For the next 5 days, we're hitting the road across Michigan, exploring some of the most scenic and unforgettable destinations in the state. From the sweeping golden dunes along the western shoreline to the historic towns, lakes, forests, and waterfalls of the north, every stop brings new experiences and new memories. This journey is filled with moments that capture the true spirit of Michigan, where nature, adventure, and peaceful landscapes come together in a beautiful way. Whether you're planning your own Michigan getaway or simply enjoying the ride from home, we invite you to travel with us day by day as we uncover breathtaking views, family-friendly activities, and hidden gems that are easy to miss. Along the way, we'll share our favorite viewpoints, highlights, fun surprises, and the little discoveries that make road trips special. So buckle up, relax, and join us on this incredible 5-day adventure across the Great Lakes state. Day 1 began with an early drive from Chicago to Saugatuck, Michigan, the moment when our 5-day adventure officially began. The excitement built as we reached the famous Saugatuck Dune rides, known for their steep sandy hills, fast climbs, and quick drops that feel like a natural roller coaster. As the open-air vehicle raced through the dunes, everyone held on, laughed, and enjoyed the adrenaline rush surrounded by stunning lakefront scenery. The Dune ride offered more than just speed. It gave us sweeping views of Lake Michigan, forested dunes, and the natural beauty that makes this part of the state so special. Our guide also shared stories and history of how the dunes formed and how these protected sand ridges have been preserved over time. It was a perfect mix of adventure, learning, and unforgettable outdoor fun that set the tone for the rest of our Michigan road trip. After the ride, we headed to Saugatuck Dunes State Park, where we walked shaded forest trails that opened up to miles of quiet shoreline. A short hike led us to Oval Beach, known for its soft sand and peaceful atmosphere. A short hike led us to Oval Beach, known for its soft sand and peaceful atmosphere. Kids played in the water, and the sound of the waves made it easy to leave everyday stress behind. We ended the evening with a scenic drive north to Cadillac, feeling like this was the perfect start to a vacation filled with nature, adventure, and new memories. Day 2 was all about exploring the world-famous Sleeping Bear Dunes National Lakeshore, one of Michigan's most iconic natural treasures. We began by hiking the tall sandy bluffs, feeling the soft sand shift beneath our feet while enjoying panoramic views of Lake Michigan. The forest trails offered a peaceful contrast to the open dunes, with tall trees, chirping birds, and gentle breezes making every step relaxing and refreshing. Next, we drove the famous Pierce-Stocking Scenic Drive, a full loop of breathtaking overlooks, winding roads, and forested paths. Each viewpoint offered something unique, from sweeping lake vistas to quiet spots perfect for a picnic or photo. We took our time stopping at each lookout, marveling at the vibrant colors, sparkling waters, and untouched landscapes. The combination of dunes, forest, and shoreline made it feel like the nature paradise at every turn. Right next to it is the Sleeping Bear Dunes Overlook, which tells the legend of how the park got its name. According to Native American lore, a mother bear and her 2 cubs swam across Lake Michigan. The cubs drowned, becoming the Manitou Islands, while the mother bear reached shore and formed the giant dune. Once 230 feet tall, wind erosion has reduced it to about 100 feet. Yet it still stands as the symbol of the park. The last overlook along the scenic drive was North Bar Lake, where you can see the lake itself divided from Lake Michigan by a narrow sandbar. It's a popular swimming spot and offers views of the Empire Bluffs. In winter, people even used to ski down these dunes, which is hard to imagine when you're standing on top of them in the summer sun. The scenery from here blends dune, forest, and water in one perfect view. From there we stopped at Esh Beach, where Otter Creek meets Lake Michigan. It's a beautiful stretch of shoreline with views of Platte Bay and the Empire Bluffs. While not all areas of the park allow dogs, this beach has a designated pet-friendly zone to the right of the entrance. The water is crystal clear, and the backdrop of dunes makes it a perfect place to relax before heading to our next adventure. As the day drew to a close, we arrived at the historic Grand Traverse Lighthouse just in time for sunset. The golden light danced across the water, casting warm reflections that made the scenery even more magical. Standing there, it felt like time slowed down, allowing us to soak in the peaceful atmosphere. It was one of those perfect days in nature where every moment feels unforgettable, leaving us excited for the adventures waiting in the days ahead. Day 3 took us to the charming and historic Mackinac Island, a place that feels like stepping back in time. We arrived by ferry, watching the sparkling waters of Lake Huron as the island slowly appeared on the horizon. Since no cars are allowed here, the only way to explore is by bike, horse-drawn carriage, or on foot, which makes the island feel peaceful, relaxed, and completely unique compared to anywhere else in the United States. One of the highlights of Mackinac Island is biking the full 8-mile loop around the shoreline. The ride is smooth and leisurely, giving us the freedom to stop and admire the dramatic cliffs, historic buildings, and scenic overlooks at our own pace. Along the way, we passed picturesque beaches, quiet coves, and lush forested areas. Every turn offered a new view, making the ride both relaxing and incredibly scenic, perfect for nature lovers and history buffs alike. After our bike ride, we explored the island's downtown, wandering past quaint shops, local bakeries, and historic landmarks. We visited Fort Mackinac, learning about the island's rich military history, and of course sampled freshly made fudge at some of the island's famous sweet shops. The combination of outdoor adventure and indulgent treats made the day feel perfectly balanced. Mackinac Island left us with memories of its peaceful rhythm and unique charm that we'll never forget. Day 4 brought a dramatic change of scenery as we crossed into Canada and boarded the Agawa Canyon tourist train. The moment we stepped on board, we were surrounded by windows framing endless wilderness. The train slowly carried us through dense forests, rugged ridges, sparkling rivers, and untouched landscapes that felt completely remote, giving a front row seat to Canada's natural beauty without leaving our seats. The Montreal River trestle is even more impressive. It curves gently to the right, letting you see the entire train stretch out across the valley, an amazing sight, especially if you're in the middle cars. As one of the guides on the train said, this view is an experience in itself, and they were right. Everyone had their phones and cameras out trying to capture the perfect shot. Around midday, we finally reached Agawa Canyon Park, our destination. You can feel the drop in elevation as the train winds down into the canyon. The conductor announced, "We've arrived at Agawa Canyon. You have about 90 minutes to explore." After several hours of scenic travel, we arrived at Agawa Canyon Park, a hidden gem full of natural wonders. We disembarked and began exploring on foot, following trails that led past sparkling waterfalls, wooden bridges, and moss-covered rocks. The air was crisp and fresh, and every step brought new views of the canyon's cliffs, streams, and vibrant foliage. Hiking here felt like stepping into a real-life painting, where every scene was more breathtaking than the last. The highlight of our visit was the canyon's waterfalls, powerful and refreshing, cascading into quiet pools below. Climbing to the lookout points rewarded us with sweeping vistas of the forested canyon, rivers winding through the wilderness, and distant hills that stretched beyond the horizon. The tranquility of the area combined with natural scenery made it an incredibly peaceful experience. Agawa Canyon felt like a place frozen in time, perfect for reflection and adventure alike. Day 5 took us into Michigan's Upper Peninsula to explore some of the state's most stunning natural wonders. We started our morning at the peaceful lower Tahquamenon Falls, following a shaded trail through the forest that opened up to the gentle cascading waterfalls. The river splits around a small forested island, reading multiple picture-perfect falls, and a new pedestrian bridge allows visitors to explore the island easily, making it a serene and memorable experience. Next, we continued upstream to the Upper Tahquamenon Falls, a powerful and iconic waterfall that stretches nearly 200 feet across and drops about 50 feet. The roaring water and mist created an incredible atmosphere, while the amber-colored root beer falls glistened in the sunlight. After taking in the views, we stopped at the Tahquamenon Falls Brewery and Pub, where we enjoyed local whitefish, hearty pasties, and their craft root beer while relaxing on the wooded patio surrounded by nature. If you look closely at the water, you will notice that it is not crystal clear. Instead, it has a deep brownish amber color, similar to root beer. That is why locals call it Root Beer Falls. The unique color comes from natural tannins released by cedar, spruce, and hemlock trees growing in the surrounding swamps. The mix of amber water and white foam creates a striking look, though it is certainly not something you want to drink. Next, we continued upstream to the Upper Tahquamenon Falls, a powerful and iconic waterfall that stretches nearly 200 feet across and drops about 50 feet. The roaring water and mist created an incredible atmosphere, while the amber-colored root beer falls glistened in the sunlight. After taking in the views, we stopped at the Tahquamenon Falls Brewery and Pub, where we enjoyed local whitefish, hearty pasties, and their craft root beer while relaxing on the wooded patio surrounded by nature. From the falls, we headed south to Kitch-iti-kipi, also known as the Big Spring, located in Palms Brook State Park. A short forest walk opened up to reveal crystal-clear turquoise and emerald water, so clear you could see the bottom nearly 40 feet down. The hand-cranked floating raft allowed us to glide across the spring and observe large trout and bubbling sand formations. The calm, reflective water, colorful surroundings, and Ojibwe legend made it a magical and almost spiritual experience. The real highlight, the hand-cranked floating raft. Step on, grab the wooden wheel, and slowly glide across the spring. In the center, a viewing window lets you look straight down into the crystal-clear water. As the sun began to set, we wrapped up our visit and drove to Marquette for the night, reflecting on an incredible day of waterfalls, hidden springs, and peaceful forest trails. From the gentle lower falls to the mighty upper falls and the serene Kitch-iti-kipi spring, it was a perfect combination of adventure, nature, and relaxation. As we look back on this 5-day trip, it becomes clear how much variety Michigan has to offer. From thrilling dune rides and historic coastal towns to unforgettable train routes and deep forest wilderness, this journey showed off the best of Michigan's adventurous and peaceful sides. We discovered new favorite places, made great memories, and experienced the state in a way that felt relaxed and refreshing. If you are planning a trip like this, remember to pack comfortable shoes, bring bug spray, start early for great photos, and allow yourself time to slow down and enjoy the journey. The beauty of Michigan is not just in the destinations, but in every moment along the way. I hope this trip inspires you to explore Michigan and discover its natural wonders for yourself. If you enjoyed this journey, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next travel adventure.